Okay, looks like we're live. May 16th, 2020. Said I was coming to bring an exciting some information for you all. Didn't have a time limit because I was in flight, but now I'm here. Just want to share with you a few things that have brought me to this particular moment in sharing this information. I just want to share with people about things that have transpired over a period of time and why I came to this particular point today. On LinkedIn, I was given a few shout outs about congratulations on your anniversary of your job. But one of them stood out the most. And the one that stood out the most was from, my family. It came from Darren Hudson. And Darren said, congratulations on doing your own thing for 18 years. And you know what I realized? I never, ever thought about how long I've been doing this independent consulting business. I never realized how long I've been doing it, because the thing for me is that I never stopped doing this work. I've continued to do this work. And why I think about that, I want to take people back to a quick story on why I started this business. My first workshop, independent workshop that I did, was in a place called Dearborn, Michigan. I was at a school. I was talking to a school. They had saw that I had developed this school culture that was supposed to be phenomenal. And they wanted to bring me in. And in the midst of me being in Michigan, I connected with my cousin, Bird, aka Derek Perry. And Derek and I were at the store, and I happened to run across and see this older gentleman in the store. And I asked him a question as I was watching, him interact with people. And I looked at him. He had this amazing watch on his arm. And when I looked at the watch, I said, where'd you get that nice watch from? I said, you had to be doing something special to get that watch. He asked me, do you want the long story or do you want the short story? I said, well, sir, based on the fact we're in this room right now, in this environment, why don't you give me the short story? He said, young man, let me explain something to you. He says, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying. He said, in every situation in life, there's a lesson and there's a blessing, and you need to understand both of them. He said, I worked for one of the car dealerships. I worked for them for 47 years. He says, for 47 years, they had to force me to take vacation. They had to force me to take time off. He said, out of the 47 years, I never called in sick. He said, but they forced me to take vacation. I said, wow, that's amazing. He says, but let me explain to you what the lesson is. He said, that's the blessing. He said, but let me explain to you what the lesson is. He says, maybe about a year ago, I was going through my normal work routine, got off on Friday, went home like normal, got up on Monday and came back to work, and the plant was closed. He said the plant looked like it never, ever existed. I said, you had to be hot as fish grease. He said, young man, not at all. He says, let me tell you why I say not at all. He says, because the blessing in that whole scenario was that for 47 years, I had an opportunity to do something that gave me an opportunity to put 3 children through college, to pay off my house, to go where I wanted to go. And it provided a great life for me. He said, the lesson in that is that I understand, and I tell people now, never put all of your eggs in one basket. And if you don't fulfill what you want to fulfill, then you'll always be living someone else's dream. Why do I tell that story? I tell that story because that was the thing that catapulted me into doing my own business. I worked jobs, and I did pretty well at those jobs, and I made some great accomplishments at those jobs. But anybody who truly knows me knows that I've always been an individual. I've always been that lone wolf. I've always been that lion that walked by himself. I never really followed the normal. And so one of the things that I really want to share is that Most of you know that I put on Facebook and all my other social medias that I have produced a book. Now, I don't want to do this from the complaining perspective, but I want to just share how sometimes what we look at or what we hear is that we always get these messages about supporting Black businesses, supporting those who you know, supporting each other so that we can grow. And as soon as one of us come out with something, the naysayers who come out are primarily the ones who look like us, the ones who are telling us that we can't do anything. Why do I say that? I put out over 300 and something individual emails to people about my book. Now, I didn't get a lot of responses back, but I got some responses back who said, yeah, I'm not interested, but could you please take me off my mailing list? I said, fine. I'm not saying this to say that I'm forcing you into doing something that you choose not to do. But I know, just like anybody else, I get 10 to 20 robocalls every day. All I do is block the calls. I don't call on anybody at the company that's calling me to tell them to make sure I take my number off. We get emails and we get all kind of different things from Prada, from Gucci to Michael Kors to Mercedes to BMW to Infinity to homeowners and everything that are selling us something. And we don't get on the email and send them back and say, stop sending me emails. I'm not sending you emails because I want to send you emails. I'm sending you emails because this is my business. I've been doing this business for 18 years. And when I look back on the journey that I've taken over 18 years, there's been some amazing days. And on the other end, there has been some very dreadful days. But when I talk about being grateful and expressing the gratitude for what this business has given me, prior to this business, I have been a few places, but one of the things that I want to say is in that business, it has granted me an opportunity to see total 47 states. I've been to 47 states. The only 3 states I have not been to are Wyoming, Montana. No, excuse me, Wyoming. I've been to Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, and Washington State. Every other state in this country I've been to. I mean, in America, I've been to. It's blessed me to be able to visit 7 other countries in this business. It has granted me the opportunity to drive luxury cars. It has granted me also the opportunity to ride the train. It has granted me an opportunity to meet some people that most people would never have an opportunity to meet and only can fathom that they meet them. So this business for me has been an amazing journey. But the one thing that I can tell people is that this journey is what I was built to do. And so many of us out there are criticizing what people are built to do because you're afraid of doing what you were built to do. My sister just did an interview on The Voices, I believe, on 93.7, and she talked about that. She talked about how so many people will talk about what you're doing and criticize your business because they're afraid to pursue their business. Now, why am I doing all this today? I just had a great visit, just met my new grand niece, went out to Utah, met my new grand niece, and got to see my niece Adrian and her baby's the producer of her child, her boyfriend, and we had an amazing time just building. But one of the things that he asked me about was that he read about what I was doing, and he asked me, could I give him some advice? And at first I said, nah, not really, because I don't really know anything too much. But then I realized is that I know quite a bit. And that's what I've done the whole time. Most of the people who I've sent information out to on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, emails, you know that I know what I know. And some of you, have said, I'm going to get the book. And I mean, I think some people think the book really doesn't exist and that I'm just blowing smoke. Well, guess what? Let me share this with you. Look at this. Look at this. This is what showed up in the mail today. I just got back. I went to my mailbox. This is what showed up in the mailbox today. This is the proof of the book that they want me to review. But when the lady called me, I told her, I said, you know what? I have so many people out there who purchase books already. Please just copy the printer and tell them get the books done. I want to get these books in your hands. The book is here. This is real. This is not Memorex. This is real. The book is here. The 13 Commandments of Rory T. Edwards, the book is here. It's in my hands. And I want to make sure I get it in your hands. So for those who have purchased the book already, as soon as these books hit my doorstep, it will be coming to your doorstep ASAP. For those who choose not to purchase the book, it's your choice. But don't purchase the book because you don't like me. Purchase the book because you want to make your life better, right? You're out there listening to everybody else, but you won't listen to somebody who you know has a proven record of changing lives. Changing lives. There's so many of you out there who have come into my cipher and have had something to talk about, and I sent you home with some nuggets, some golden nuggets that have changed your life. I don't want credit for it because you know what? Over the 18 years that I've been in this business, the Creator has given me the credit for what He has blessed me to do because He knows that I'm following my purpose. And this is what this book is here to do, to help you to follow your purpose. It's not about following someone else's dream. It's about designing and developing and pursuing and putting together your own dream. This is what this is about. This is what I came to drop the jewels today on you about, because I just saw the email and I was like, well, if you know me and I'm sending you an email, pick up the phone and tell me, hey, Rory, I don't really want to be included in that email. I'm not interested. I can receive that. But don't publicly get on an email and tell me that you're not interested in what I'm pursuing, because the reason you're on my email is because you pursued me for some purpose in life prior to me sending you this particular email about this book. And so all I'm saying is that be a man, be a woman, or whatever you choose to be a man or a woman of your word. That's all you have to stand on at the end of the day is your word. No matter what you're going through, we're all going to go through and we're all going to come out of it if you have a blueprint to be able to come out of it. This is not a message of frustration. This is a message of elation, of gratitude. This is a message that I just want to thank all of you who have followed me, who know me, who believe in what I'm doing, and want to understand what this is all about. Again, all you got to do is go to my website, rorytevers.com. Look in the shop, look for the book, purchase the book. It's going to be a great investment. It's not a lot of money that you have to invest. It's probably less than you spend on a fast food restaurants during the course of your day. It's probably less than what you spend there. So I appreciate all those who say congratulations. I appreciate all those who say I'm so proud of you. If you're really proud of me, then you'll support me. If I'm really proud of you, I'll support you. If we're really proud of each other, we'll support each other. We won't just talk about it, we'll be about it. So that's what we need to do. Get up off this train of talking about it and let's be about it, because we're always saying we're not treated equally. We're not treated equally because we refuse to treat each other equally and treat ourselves equally about what we do to pursue our greatness. This is what this is about. Please, I hope I don't sound angry. I may be tired because I worked real hard this weekend and we had a successful endeavor, and now we're on to the next one. So I want to say also real big, real quick, congratulations to my man, Chief Gregory Sneed. I saw that he's stepping down from his post as chief of Central Connecticut State University, the police department. He has brought such extraordinary and great things to that organization. Also in this, want to say what's going on. Happy birthday to my nephew. I already shouted him out. DeAndre Minga. and everybody else. And Sandra, I'm glad that you waited for me. Sandra was waiting on me. Sandra was the one who pushed me to do this. Sandra kept saying, Rory, what time are you coming on? I was trying to tell her I'm just getting off the plane. I was walking through the airport like I was important. Because that's why I wore this hat, Rory T. Edwards, because people are gonna know who am I with the mask on. If you have a mask on, you don't know who I am. But with this hat, it says Rory T. Edwards. And that's how I'm gonna run. That's how I'm gonna run through this world the rest of my life. As just Rory T. Edwards. If you know me, you know what I'm about. If you don't know me, get to know me. I'm going to change your life. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much for all the support. Books are coming. Again, it's not a fraud. This is real. This is real. And it's not a long read. It's something, if you don't like to read, you learn how to read, because this is going to change your life. The 13 Commandments of Rory T. Edwards. Go to my website, www.rorytedwards.com. Make the purchase today. If not, I wish you well in your journey. I wish you well in your choices, and I wish you well in your endeavors. But I also wish you well in your purpose. And if you never serve your purpose, you'll know why you didn't serve your purpose. Because you refuse to believe that you have a purpose for being on this earth. All right, we all do. We all are going to do great things if we only follow our dreams and our purpose, and stop trying to lead and follow the Creator's purpose for you and blueprint for you. All right. Be well. Thank you very much. I gave you 16 minutes of funk right now, 16 minutes of jewels, but I appreciate you. www.rorytedwards.com. Go into my store, look at the book. I'm very appreciative and very have a lot of gratitude for all of those who support me in whatever way you're able to support me. But we're going to continue on this journey, because for 18 years, I have not stopped moving. I didn't even realize it. Thank you, Darren, again, for making me realize I've been in this game for 18 years. All right, 18 more. But I'm gonna take a sabbatical real soon. I'm about to do this world tour. No books, no nothing. I'm going underground. I'm just going to go world tour. Thank you very much. Hey, we'll talk to you real soon. You all be well. All right.